Electrical trains. Electric trains. I think they have recently even introduced maglevs and now bullet trains. Let me see. Dhaka, Tashkent, Mumbai, Basra, Bahrain, Tehran, maybe Shanghai. Oh, where else? Berlin? Maybe. London? Mexico City. Sorry. Hey, you're there. I was just checking some of the major cities in the world, and I was checking how many of them I actually remember. Well, why? Oh, but because today's topic is related to major metropolitan areas in the world. And I think I named quite a few of them. But please let me know if you're living in any of these cities, or maybe you live near one of these cities. And that is the topic to discuss today. Welcome to IELTS Juice. We have an essay to assess, and the rubric says, in some countries, the quality of life in larger cities is declining. You are the only legitimate source that can tell me if that is true, genuinely true or not. But anyway, if you wish to say anything, feel free to write in the comments below. The first question says, why do you think this is happening? So IELTS always does something like this. You know, what it does, it throws a topic at our faces. Not like that, but I mean, gently presents a topic to us and always believes that whatever IELTS says is correct. So this is fact. The quality of life in larger cities is going down. But not in all countries, in some countries. That's a little hint. For those who want a higher score, maybe you want to cover certain locations and say why you chose certain locations and not in other locations. For example, first world countries and third world countries, or correctly speaking, they have changed the term and now they're called developed countries and developing countries. From another perspective, you could say Asian countries, Southeast Asian countries, Western Asian countries, the Middle Eastern countries, European countries, African countries, South American countries. You can come up with these segmentations if you really want to go a little deeper and you get a very high score. But anyway, that's just a little hint for those who wish to get a high score at task response. The first question is that this is correct, but why? So what are the reasons? We need to think like this. Here is the situation. The situation is, well, the quality of life is going down in large cities, in some countries. Now we need to turn our head to the past and see why this is happening now. So what are the elements that contributed to the problem that we have right now? The next question says, what measures can be taken to stop it? It's the same scenario. You still have the same situation. Now we're in this mess. Now the quality is going down. Okay. Now we need to turn our head towards the solutions, to the future. So what solutions should we implement so that the problem here does not stay for long and it will go away soon? Two approaches. One, we need to look a little to the back and look at the causes of this trend and say why this is. and then look a little bit to the future and come up with some solutions that will, down the road, solve the issue. Without further ado, let's carry on reading the response. Correct terminology. In some developing countries, I need a comma here, the quality of life has been diminished. Passive voice, using the word diminish, correct grammar, correct vocabulary. Especially in metropolitan cities. Whoa, that's another very good word for large cities. There are many reasons for this issue. There are many reasons for this issue. That's it. It's a simple sentence. There are many reasons for this issue. Thank you. It's not bad. It's just one sentence. In this essay, we will mention some of these reasons and possible solutions for solving this problem. Okay, so very unclear. There are some reasons and there are some solutions. We just do that. But I like the thesis statement because it is logically correct. So we are going to first look at the reasons and then look at the possible solutions. I like both of them. I'm not sure who we are. I feel like the candidate has brought some of his or her family members to the session, and he was writing the answer, and the family members were standing around him, like 5, 6 people standing next to him, giving him or her support. And then the candidate says, I'm going to answer this. Can we come up with some reasons? And all the relatives and friends at the exam session told him or her that, yes, go for it. We will help you. We will answer this question together. No problem. Don't worry. You're not alone in the exam session. We are here to support you. There's no reason to say we. It's like you're alone. You should be alone. If you have someone else with you, that's called cheating. So no, you should be alone, unless there are rare circumstances that you need to have somebody by your side, and IELTS has strict instructions. If you need to have somebody by your side, maybe you're unable to write or type, and you need someone to sit by you, there are certain structures for that. And that is why I'm saying this normally doesn't happen for those people who need special care and special aid when they want to do the test. Please refer to the official IELTS website for certain instructions on that part. I'm not talking about that scenario, of course, and it's completely understandable. With that out of the way, we are done with the introduction, which is a very good, straightforward, not a fancy, very skillful introduction, but it does the job very well for me. The first body paragraph. The low quality of life depends on many factors. All right, I understand the topic sentence. The topic sentence is going to focus on the factors that contribute to the low quality of life. And the low quality of life, you see, it's not just any quality of life, it's the low quality of life in cities that we discussed in the introduction. I like the connection here because it is standalone, it is independent, and at the same time, there are words that have already been defined for me as a reader. One of the most important factors is air pollution. Okay, so air pollution is a factor that contributed to low quality of life. This problem is because of using fossil fuels in transportation systems in large cities. That's a very good supporting sentence. For example, in Tehran, which is the most polluted, not pollution, city in Iran, there are more than 3 million cars, which all of them, no, all of which, you don't say which all of them, all of which consume fossil fuels. This has some redundancy. It's not correct. No, I shouldn't say the word correct. This structure could be better worded. Therefore, every day, these vehicles emit a huge volume of harmful gases and contaminated particles in the environment. Correct? Which is the main reason of air pollution in the city. I don't see anything singular here. If which refers to vehicles, then as the reason for air pollution, then which are. Again, we have harmful gases. Gas is uncountable, yes, but we're talking about gases. When you make an uncountable noun like gas, plural, it means you have different types of gas. For example, you have carbon dioxide, then you have carbon monoxide. You may have some natural gas, CH4. So there are different gas types. Yes, so and that is not singular. Particles is not singular. That's why I don't see any reason this verb should be is. It should be are. So the verb here needs to match what comes before it. We need to know the subject. You can pick one of them. Vehicles contribute to air pollution, correct. Harmful gases contribute to air pollution, correct. Particles contribute to air pollution, correct. Just pick one and then say which are the main reason for air pollution in this city, which means in Tehran. Alongside the environmental pollution, okay, environmental pollution, we talked about air pollution. Environmental pollution might be a more generic term, but let's see. Mental stress is another reason for this issue. Mental stress has contributed to lower quality of life in big cities. Let's see. This is interesting. The pace of life in large cities has made a stressful situation for people. Okay. Not all people, for the citizens of that city, but I still understand. To illustrate, please illustrate. Using some technologies such as mobile communication has obliged people, yes, using some technologies has obliged people to overwork, even when they are at home. In this way, lack of time and entertainment would be the result of this phenomenon. Maybe a little bit more development is needed here, just a little bit. What do you exactly mean by lack of time and entertainment would be the result of this phenomenon? I like the word phenomenon, by the way, but more development is needed here. So in this body paragraph, we focused on two contributing reasons for the decline of quality of life in cities. One was air pollution and the other was mental stress. We didn't have a very good example. We just said mobile communications, and we didn't get deeper than this. But I kind of understood the whole concept. Now, moving on to the second body paragraph. Nevertheless, there are many potential solutions to tackle this problem. All right, let's look at the many solutions here. One of these effective ways, I like it when we already are advertising that these solutions are going to be effective. One of these effective ways can be developing public transportation to reduce gas emission and make a convenient commute for people. Okay, so public transportation is going to reduce the amount of carbon footprint we're going to have, and it at the same time is convenient for people to commute. In this way, people will be encouraged to use public systems rather than private cars. For example, in Tokyo, which was one of the most polluted, again, cities in the world, authorities have solved this problem by establishing electrical trains, electric trains. I think they have recently even introduced maglevs and now bullet trains. The second remedy is reducing stress among people. Okay, the second remedy. Oh, the first one is over. All right, so the first one was, which was effective already, without us knowing it is already effective, was that, yes, public transportation, which is faster and works on, and it is electric powered, is better. For example, in Tokyo, they have introduced this concept. I like the example. I like the concept. It's a very good solution. The second remedy is reducing stress among people. Based on the experiences of other countries, it seems providing entertainment programs is the best method to gain happiness among residents. Okay, for instance, the government of Finland have I don't need a comma here, have supported this idea by providing free concerts for people. I'm very happy. I'm already excited, very happy. To our Finnish audience, if you're having fun at your free concerts, feel free to write a comment and share the joy with us, okay? That's beautiful. As a result, residents in this country, like exactly Finland, are the happiest people in the world, are the happiest people in the world. I like the second body paragraph. And I like the writer's genius in the case that we saw one problem in the problems paragraph. The first problem was air pollution. The second problem was mental stress. Then we came up with solutions. The first solution we offered was something to tackle exactly air pollution, to use electric trains. And then the second solution was free concerts. I mean, ways to make people happy. I like that. The writer is very smart. I'm very happy with this strategy. Looking at the conclusion. In conclusion, although many factors are involved in the low quality of life in large cities, alternative solutions are available to overcome this problem, and this issue needs to be noticed. It's a compound, complex sentence, but it is still one sentence. I would have written another sentence or turned this part into a separate sentence and maybe just add a little bit more words to that. We are already at 350 words, so this is already way more than the necessary number, but this is good. I'm very happy with the result. Can't wait to look at the band descriptors. Nice. Nothing further to say. I would like to say that we had to change some words because they didn't sound very natural, especially towards the beginning. And the word polluted should have been used, but we had pollution. Oh, and I need to also mention that I'm very happy with the vocabulary we used. The attempts must be acknowledged. Electric trains. It was written as electrical, but that's an error. But I understand the concept, and I appreciate the effort. The range, the vocabulary, pollution, particles, gases, emission. These are genre-specific words. The examples are also very helpful. I am very pleased with this. It has all the criteria for 8. For 9, there was one section I needed one example, and the whole concept was supposed to focus on some countries. We focused on developing countries, yet we mentioned some examples from Japan and Finland. So maybe we needed more consistency. All in all, there isn't anything else to add here. I am very pleased with this healthy score. 7 can get higher because it's very easy to just maybe add a couple of sentences to make a better conclusion, to just develop the first body paragraph a little bit more, to make sure that the vocabulary you use are the natural ones. So polluted, electric, those words are used in a correct and healthy way, in their healthy form, in the correct form. All in all, I hope you have collected wonderful takeaways from this assessment today. Who knows, maybe next time I'll be assessing yours. Maybe it is your essay or letter or report. Until then, take care.